Let's take Thomas from Tennessee. Thomas, you are on Talk Heathen. It sounds like you want to talk about processing death as an atheist. What would you like to
Yeah,
talk about?
last Friday, my it's a long, drawn out story, and I can't get into that, but I'll let you know that she was weak and she had lost a lot of weight, and but her legs started. Well, she first of all she was diagnosed with cancer 3 weeks ago, but it doesn't have anything to do with the cancer. Her legs were a little swollen. I'm thinking like, retention of liquid or whatever, in your body. But it was actually Thursday night going into Friday that her leg turned really dark purple from the knee down. And I couldn't get her up, and she had fallen in the bathroom, and she couldn't do it, and I couldn't do it. She was conscious and all. I called paramedics. They came down, took her to the hospital, and in the process of getting a CT scan on her leg, she had, her heart stopped. And they brought her back to life and took her back to her regular room where she proceeded to just pass away. She was 51. She was beautiful in every way and the sweetest gal. And now, at being 63 myself, I have to process it. And people would argue that you can't do it without God. And I'm going to tell them it's going to suck either way. It just is. It is what it is. And we have to work on that, and we have to process it just like anybody else would. So yes, I'm atheist, and she was also. And we've been to a lot of the conferences and enjoyed life immensely together. We've been married for about 10 years, 11 years or so, and that's what happened. It just sucks. Your take on it?
Yeah. I'm really, really sorry that you're going through that. I cannot imagine the grief that you're going through and everything that's going on in your mind. I definitely want to emphasize talking to somebody about this, because grief is a normal process and you should grieve. But it's not always beneficial to grieve alone. And there's a wonderful organization called Grief Beyond Belief. And you can find them at griefbeyondbelief.org. For you and for anybody else in the audience that might be going through something like that. There's also Recovering from Religion that you can go to. They've got volunteers that can talk you through these situations and what you're going through, and help you deal with any religious family members or community members that you might have trouble talking to at this time. And they have some really good resources. So I highly recommend getting on the phone with somebody, having that conversation, or if you have your own therapist that you're already established with to talk to, it's incredibly important that you're not alone right now. Blatant Blatheist, do you have
Okay.
any
Yeah,
advice on this?
um, yeah, Ben pretty much summed it up perfectly. I will say that Thomas, right now you're on the right path. You started off strong just with accepting
Hmm.
what is, admitting to yourself that it's gonna suck, and you know what I mean. That's the
Yeah.
first huge step, because what we tend to do as human beings in general is we almost try to live in an alternate reality. We think about what could have been, what should have been, what I could have said, you know what I mean? We just take ourselves in that circle. But
Hmm.
the big thing to do right now is accept what is so you can deal with the reality of the situation. That's the only way you can have an actual influence on it. Otherwise, you're just prolonging your suffering, right? So you're on the right
Yeah.
path. But yeah,
I'm glad
everything
that
been
I'm doing
said.
it the way I'm glad that I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, not the way that when I was during my first marriage, I guess she had enough of me, and she said, I'm going to leave you. We're going to be divorced, and I couldn't deal with it. And at that point, which was quite a while ago, she said, you're just going to have to accept it. And in my mind, I couldn't, and I was brought up and raised Catholic. I was an altar boy, and I played played guitar in the folk mass. on Sundays, and I followed all those things. But I was, in general, I'm going to say I was just, I mean, I didn't live my life like that. But I did believe it. I believed there was a God, and I was praying, you know, God. And when I realized that he wasn't going to listen to me when I was talking to an empty room, at that point, that's pretty much when I became an atheist. And since that day, I've learned so much. That was probably 12 or 13 years ago. And I've learned to accept things now. When I see them and realize that I can't change them, I've gotten so much better at that.
Yeah, that's a huge step.
But
That's a huge step in the right direction.
Thank you guys so much. I do want to let you know that I've got a son that's 25 and I've got a girl that's 30, and they are helping me along quite a bit.
Good.
Yeah, they're helping me. So, and I
Really
definitely, if I need extra help, I'm gonna, call one of those organizations that you guys recommended.
Yes, please do. They are available at any time for you to contact them. I really hope that you can get through this difficult time. And I cannot imagine what you're feeling right now, all of the thoughts in your head. But I hope that at least you've got some community and you've got somebody to talk to. Any other thoughts that you have?
Oh, no.
For me, or
Yeah, either of you.
yeah,
Anything else coming
I'm
to
just gonna say that. Yeah, I'm gonna find a way. I will make it. I've got a good, strong will to move forward in my life, and I'm gonna find a way somehow.
And Thomas, you're getting a lot of love in the side chat, and I don't know if it's possible to throw out some extra love rings early, but if we can, I'd love to throw Thomas some love rings from the. There we go. We got some love rings for you, Thomas.
Oh, you guys are fantastic. Thank you so much. I just want to let student Dr. Ben know that my wife really enjoyed him a lot.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for letting me know, and thank you for calling
Thank
in.
you.
I'm so sorry you're going through
Yeah,
all
thank
this,
you.
and if there's any way we can
Thank
help,
you so much.
feel free to email, or you can call those organizations that I mentioned earlier. Or if you just want somebody to chat with, my email is open for the ACA. So definitely love to hear more from you, and I hope that you'll get through this time.
Thank you guys so much for taking my call. You guys have a fantastic program. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
Have a good
You
day.
too,
Thanks for
Thomas.
calling in, Thomas.
Yes.